Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Bloodborne. So today we are going to be exploring Old Yarnum a bit more in depth and whatnot. Perhaps we're going to go ahead and get a few things upgraded and whatnot. I am likely going to go ahead and get my weapon to +3, and then we're going to go ahead and go down to Old Yarnum. So that's just the game plan for today. In this episode, I'm going to actually turn up the voice audio. I'm probably going to listen to a few more dialogues, and we'll go from there and whatnot. I'm going to try and remember to aim my camera at the characters to see if that hopefully increases audio, but I can only do my best, folks, and I did my best to remember to turn up the audio, but we'll just see what happens from there. Again, it's not necessarily that big of a deal. We've heard the audio in the previous playthrough, but doesn't necessarily mean anything. As you can see, I'm off to a wonderful start just running against walls. And remember what I tell you guys. If they so much as flick a toenail, you shoot, and there you go. Did it a bit too soon, considering I was trying to get my blood bullets for free, but it's alright. Bam. Visceral. Pow. Love it, man. I really hope that they make some kind of, Bloodborne sequel or whatnot. I know I said this like last time, though. I know FromSoft isn't really too into that. Now, these enemies can wreck people, but the key to it is to just stay on their side, particularly their right. They do have certain moves that they'll spin around to punish you for being right there, but if you stay right on their right, you're relatively safe. So you just do that, and you can handle that. No problem. Now, if you see that little bone right there, if you hit that bone, you can actually get a visceral. So you want to try and aim for that bone. Bam. Something, I don't know why people hate the third cane so much. They say it's so garbage or something, and to me it's one of the best weapons in the game, personally. Not because of damage, but because of versatility. Now here's where things got a little hairy. I handled 2 of them. Oh, and what you saw there, if an enemy is close to another enemy, when they get visceraled, then they'll get hit. Now look at this. I tried to dodge backwards, and then I got hit by that. Counter damage is nothing nice, boys. It's nothing nice. But if an enemy is close to another enemy, when they get visceraled, then they'll get pushed and whatnot. It's interesting. I was hoping for some vials, and we got some. Not really sure why I chose to use the whip for that. It's not really that serious. And that is one flaw of the whip. It's the fact that considering that it must expand in order to attack, there is a slight delay, so it's really just best to actually be using a whip from a distance instead, like you're supposed to, obviously, compared to being right up next to them, because then you will likely get interrupted. Monocular, very important item for certain weapons and certain builds in general. Just being able to free aim, observe objects from far away. Really good. So I put it on my hotbar, and we'll go ahead and move on from there. Crow over here. I love the transform attacks on this thing. Me sucking again. Using it like I'm not supposed to be using it. Alrighty. Throw this rock. Come on. You can go ahead and watch me just go ahead and suck over here. Now, this is an enemy that excuse me, an enemy that gives a lot of people a little bit of trouble because of this kind of crap. It's really. Now, this isn't really the most difficult thing. It's just you need to hug. Just need to hug them again. But they do have a flail, so you need to watch out for that. And here I will demonstrate if you hit the bone, you can get 2 more R2s, and the visceral. Really good stuff, and bada bing bada boom. Nice little celebratory gesture right there. Please excuse that. That is a giant tree branch scraping against this area where I am recording. Obviously on the outside, it's not inside, but yeah. And I almost lost this lizard because I was trying to hit him. So word of advice, when you're chasing like these lizards, and I know they're called Wandering Madness, that's what it's properly called. Yeah, whatever. Crystal Lizard just seems easier to pronounce than Wandering Madness, you know. I know it's two words, but Crystal Lizard, you know. 4 things. Wandering Madness, you know, so. I know it's not really that big of a difference, but still. I'll call it what I'm used to, you know. Word of advice, just shoot them and, you'll get something going for you right there. It's another blood gem that we can, you know, add to our weapon. Get a little bit more strength and go from there. Go ahead and progress through over here. And yeah. I was just checking my threaded cane to see how upgraded it was. Go ahead and take this to +3. Not now though. We'll upgrade it later. Let's run down here to where old Yarnum is. Come on. Let's get this over with. Now the funny thing here is I increased the audio for this next NPC, Alfred. But believe it or not, it's like it got corrupted or something. Like even though like you heard him at first, you just stopped hearing him. Now the audio on the timeline actually continues to increase as he speaks. But there's no actual sound that I can actually hear coming from him, so I don't know if maybe it'll change when this actually uploads, because, you know, video footage works like that, but we'll see, you know. Now over here you have a nice little ambush that you can dismantle by doing this. You run up these stairs a little bit, run back down, and get on this rail, and handle it this way. Damn. Missed that last hit and then I got bit. But shooting in the face always works though. Goodbye. But you'll see what I mean right here. It's like, you'll hear him and then you won't. Now, I'm really hoping that it's like mainly just my thing, so I'm going to stay silent when he's talking, but you'll see what I mean.
You're a beast hunter, aren't you? I knew it. That's precisely how I started out. Oh, beg pardon. You may call me Alfred. Protégé.
Now, I'm just going to say something real quick. Like, I can't hear anything right now. The actual volume is still increasing like I should for the video volume, but I can't hear anything, so we'll see how it works. Like, and I'm sorry if I am talking over it, but I can't really tell right now, so.
Oh, very good. Very good indeed. Take this to celebrate our acquaintance.
Yeah.
Beast hunting is a sacred practice. May the good blood guide your way.
I don't know what happened there. I'm hoping that this isn't going to be another cursed playthrough, but I know for a fact that the video sound and whatnot is still good. It's just now the NPCs that we got to worry about, but that's nothing. Yeah, at least you got subtitles, you know what I mean? At least we can actually hear. We can hear music and whatnot, as we heard with the Gascoigne fight and whatnot, so it's nowhere near the levels of, like, shenanigans as the, cursed playthrough. And I actually do think I changed my title for that. I called it like the cursed playthrough because I'm telling you, everything that could go wrong did go wrong in that playthrough. Put on this cape, well, this trench coat, because it doesn't have the cape. Looks a bit better for me. Wish that stores did sell trench coats a lot more regularly anyway. Now they're super expensive for no reason at all. Nice little phantom range attack. I was just making this ridiculously more difficult. Instead of just doing my job and handling them, I just had to make it more difficult. You know what I mean? And here you will see an item that you can go ahead and drop down to, walk up the stairs and get. Just need to drop down and get them. Antidotes, useful, considering the area that we are about to go to. And go ahead and get this hunter lamp going and get on to the hunter's dream. Loading screens are not very entertaining. Luckily we only had one this time. Sometimes you get 3. Those are the brutal ones. Those are the brutal loading screens, man. Put this blood gem in here. Yeah, I think I upgraded my pistol. There we go. And now I have insight. Since I have a good amount, I'm going to go ahead and buy Gascoigne's garb, which is very useful considering that it has poison resistance for the area that we are about to head to. Useful stuff indeed. Okay, let's count the loading screens. 1, 2. See, this is what I mean. Sometimes it's brutal. We got 2. Will we get 3? Will we get that 3rd loading screen? 3, baby! See? 3. Sometimes you'll get 4. I think it's just 3, though. 3 is usually the amount. It's not as bad as 360 days, though. PS 360 days, man. 4 or 5 loading screens was the norm.
You there? Hunter! Didn't you see the warning? Turn back at once. Old Yarnum, burned and abandoned by men, is now home only to beasts. They are of no harm to those above. Turn back, or the hunter will face the hunt.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, I don't know what happened there. Just some kind of audio glitch, maybe, with Alfred, because, like, here you heard him just fine. At least I did as well. Wouldn't it be something? When I hear it, you guys can't, and when I can't, you can. Like, hear the voices. Go ahead and get this. This is just some more shards. Useless, excuse me. Useful. Well, it's almost useless. Well, technically it's useless right now because we have a +3 weapon. And I'm not really going to be switching weapons in this playthrough, so I guess it is useless. Currently. It's good for the gun, but even the gun, like, you don't really need to upgrade it too much. Especially if you're actually going to be having a good damage in your actual weapon. There's no real need to have the gun damage be high. Pick up some more items over here. I think these are blood vials. I believe they are. And this is why I make blood bullets. Helps conserve ammunition and whatnot. If you know that you're going to pick up some vials. These enemies you need to watch out for. They're not the most dangerous, but they do have things that you gotta be careful of. They hide behind the smoke and whatnot, so it's pretty cool. Bring it, idiot. Go ahead and wreck that idiot. You know, I'd really love to stream this game with you guys, man. There's just so many different things that I can talk live on camera with. That would be cool. It's just unfortunate that couldn't get it to work out in the time frame that I want it to. But at least this playthrough is the next best thing. You know? Stupid motion gestures, man. I don't know why they did that, and I have killed myself many times because I accidentally motion gestured simply because I adjusted the controller.
You are a skilled hunter. Adept, merciless. Half cut with blood, as the best hunters are.
Didn't want to cut him off. But yeah, motion gestures are not my friend. As you saw right there, that's the back step R2 of the Threaded Cane. One of the best, cheesiest attacks in the game. You can snipe enemies through walls, it pierces through multiple enemies. If you are in a hallway and you got a whole bunch of enemies coming at you, you can do that and you can chip away at them from a safe distance while hitting multiple enemies. It's really cool. You have two ways to go. I choose to go this path literally every time because it gives you more cover. Gives you more items as well. And you might want to run here because he will start shooting these oil barrels, which will explode, and if you're next to him, it's not a good time. And we go ahead and dismantle this ambush. Two enemies right here that lay down as you walk forward and get hit by another enemy. So, yeah. This guy right over here. Not good times, but took him down. And we're rewarded with another blood gem. One for the pistol this time. Antidotes. Really good stuff. Yeah, you want to keep running because he actually can still continue to shoot you there with the Gatling gun. These things can't climb, so don't think that you're just safe just because you're on a ladder. You want to just keep moving and whatnot, which is what I usually do. Because I usually speed run this area. Boop, boop. Kill this idiot. And you can actually make this little area really easier by hitting this right here that I'm pointing at. Whack that, and that'll like send fire bombs down and ignite the hanging beast. I think the beast is a blood-starved beast that's hanging right there. Yeah, so you can do that. You know, the funny thing about the blood-starved beast is I didn't know that his back was flayed open. You know, I actually didn't know that. I thought that was something else, but no, that's his back skin, like flayed open. My failed attempt at a jump, unfortunately. Followed by yet another failed attempt, as you'll see right here. I tried to run and get a start and just walked right off. That's ritual blood. I grabbed it so quick that it didn't really register. Good for the Chalice dungeons, but that's literally the only thing it's good for. Can't use it for anything else, so yeah. You will not see Chalice dungeons in this playthrough because they're just not the most entertaining, and I really feel like it's something that, you know, like if it was live, it's better, I guess, because it's just you watching me and hanging out playing the game. You might not even really be watching the video. You might just be, well, the stream, I mean. You might just want to hang out, and that's cool. You know, but the dungeons don't really seem like that's going to be the coolest thing to record, considering how long they take and how kind of bland they start to get. So, I'm not really going to bother recording the dungeons. Now I have some blood vials over here. And here's a nice little tip. This gives you a shortcut in case you die. But you can also do something else right here. Open this door. Now, the hunters are not very nice. and they're not very nice to fight either. So what you can do is you can slide on down, and this guy falls. Yep, now you get free bone marrow ash, and whatever this guy dropped. They'll stay sometimes, like if you dropped a, not drop, but if they followed you up to the ladder, they'll hang around the ladder and wait for you to come. And so the moment that they see you again, they'll try and engage, and you can play them just like you play that hunter. It's a lot easier to do, and hunters are, again, not fun to fight, so do that. Right there is what I'm talking about. Like, you can snipe enemies through walls and whatnot from such a safe distance. And yes, you can do it with other weapons, but nowhere to the extent that you can do it with a threaded cane and whatnot. The Beast Cutter can do that in certain instances, but like it actually ricochets off the wall more than the threaded cane does with certain of its attacks, so I don't really, you know, agree that like you can do it better, because if it's ricocheting a bit more, then it's kind of harder to determine if it's actually going to go through the wall that you're hoping that it's going to go through. Well, that you want it to go through, you know. Okay, go ahead and move on. 2 werewolves, so just be careful over here. Right, this idiot's day. So when they lunge at you, that's when you can shoot them for that parry. It's like right as the lunge is about to finish. It's like right as their hands are about to like come together to lunge forward. That's where you shoot. Now obviously distance does affect this. And Beast Blood Pellet, I'm gonna go ahead and put that on my hotbar. I never went in depth what those do. They actually give you more damage as the meter increases, and you also receive more damage as the meter increases. It's just a hyper mode to reward you for not taking damage and whatnot by just giving you more damage by continuously attacking. It looks easy enough, and it's kind of easy, I guess, to grasp the concept, but you actually need to be relatively knowledgeable of the game and when you should use that, when you shouldn't use that. Best bosses to use that on and whatnot, because taking more damage from certain bosses isn't exactly the best thing, you know, especially if it's a boss that you need to be more patient with. Now this is a nice little cool thing I like to do. You can roll right through their attack as they break that door down, and then just rock them. If you don't suck, you can obviously get a backstab right there, but because I suck, then I couldn't get that backstab. Be careful of a few enemies right over here. There's an enemy in this excuse me, there's an enemy in this room right over here, and you can handle him. Get the blood vial, and I think this is shards. Yeah, that's shards. Continually go back up this way. But there's a nice little item right over here that you'll want to get. Fire paper. Very good stuff. Very, very good stuff. Run back over here. And with that being said, now that we got the shortcut opened, probably going to go ahead and go back to the Hunter's Dream and conclude the episode right there. Long ladders, not the best thing. Really wish you could actually like run up on them like you could on Dark Souls 2, but it's alright. To the Hunter's Dream we go. Saw cleaver. Saw cleaver, saw spear. You get it so early and it's just so stupid good. Forgot to put on the fire paper. Go ahead and do that right now. I also arranged my hotbar so that I can have quick access to the hyper mode, which is fire paper or bolt paper, buff in general, plus your beast mode. That's why I have the beast pellet on the end and the fire paper on the end.
Welcome home, good hunter. I must have drifted. What is it you did? Very well.
Go ahead and get this 2 stamina. Well, 2 endurance. Have our 100 stamina, and now we're pretty much good.
Farewell, good. May
Be kind. So that's pretty much going to conclude it from here, and when we come back we're going to go ahead and finish up Old Yarnum, take down the Blood-Starved Beast there, and explore a bit more of Cathedral Ward now that we will have access to it. Want to thank you all for watching, God bless, and I'll see you next time.